This one has a video thing, but this one doesn't. Make sure. Make sure I ain't tripping, because I'm pretty sure they both supposed to come out at 12 my time, right? And it's getting close, so I did want to check out the Artemis one first, but let me just make sure. Unless they just late with putting the premiere thing up, then I'll just go to this after we finish the Katseye one. I just really wanted the Artemis one first. Cause I already know that's gonna be the one I take the most time on, but we already here, so I might just mute this shit just in case it starts playing. I'm watching the Katseye one. Yeah, full screen this shit. Get rid of that. 1080, I guess. Captions.
You're the boss, you run the circus, baby. Take it up
boss baby Che.
You're so sophisticated. Don't wanna be on a schedule, you're on your own time.
Ricky Nicky, let me stop.
Off the scale, that goes from hard to crazy.
Hold on. The Res Prada.
Won't you think colors fading? Crop top and baggy jeans holding your waistline. You make a light in the shadows light. Your body gets twisted and tangled in mine. Love so good, how could this be free? I keep your secrets safe with me.
Oh, they just want an excuse to lick and kiss on each other on stage again.
But I see your side behind the closed doors. They get a glimpse here on the dance floor. You move like an animal. Nobody knows you're out of control. But I see your side behind the closed doors. They get a glimpse here on the dance floor. You move like an animal.
I like how this one feels like it's gonna be more like Jenna Ortega a little bit.
So are you with me?
Don't drink that shit. What? Freaky Nicky, I said it. That ain't even yours. I hope someone put some in that shit. Wait.
Nobody knows you're out of control, but I see your side behind the closed doors. They get a glimpse here on the dance floor. You move.
Look at Sophia, bro. This interrogation room? Oh no, I think they just watching me. Of course it's Jolly B. This feel like Gabriella a little bit. I mean, I guess it could just because it's a lot of... Ooh, wait a minute. It could just be because it's a lot of red.
Do you like? No.
And I think Gabrielle, the only other music video they had was a bunch of like, am I sure tweaking?
Blue. No.
Well, they had a lot of behind the scenes shit like this and fighting. I feel like I've seen this lady before.
All right, let's get wild.
Animal. It was cool. It was alright. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I like how Duke the members at least sung a little bit more in this one compared to the other 2 to 3 songs. It felt a little more bland than anything. I don't know if that's because they're trying to do different genres, or it could possibly be because, no, they did I kind of by mistake. So I guess it wouldn't be because of the pushback they were getting, and that they choose to like go on a safer side, like, here, y'all just want safe music instead of us experimenting. Take this, because they could easily went back to Gabriella, which I guess, I mean, I heard people say that Gabriella was on like kind of a basic pop tune as well, but I enjoyed Gabriella. This right here, if you was to say this was a basic pop tune as well, I would understand it because it didn't really feel crazy. It felt generic, but I would say on the first listen, this is more enjoyable than Pinky Up and Internet Girl was. I like gnarly. I would have been okay with them being a little more experimental, having a more exciting beat like how gnarly did. But I know that people didn't really like gnarly. They came around to liking it, but I think it probably took me like probably 2 or 3 listens to actually like gnarly. But the first time I definitely didn't hate it. It just took me a couple of times to like understand what the fuck was happening because they went from sis to that. So I had to make sure I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't dreaming of some shit. But I definitely didn't hate it. The other 2 songs, I still don't like Pinky Up at all. Internet Girl, if you take it as a joke instead of it being like a serious song, I guess, then you could fuck with it, I guess. But like I said, I feel like they are doing a bunch of different types of music instead of just boxing themselves into one, which then you having hits and misses for certain people is gonna be expected. It's not like a hip hop sounding K-pop group or like an M-Mix where it's like they known to be doing vocals all the time. Even if you don't like the song itself sounds like, you know that you're gonna get the vocals out of them. With Katseye, it sounds like they just doing different shit every time. So of course it's gonna be tracks that you don't really fuck with for real. And I guess for me at least, that's what Internet Girl and Pinky Up was. I know people were saying that Pinky Up was like hyper pop or something like that. And I guess that kind of fits the mold of that. So it's like, okay, hyper pop isn't a genre I really fuck with. I don't know if Gabriella would consider like, I don't even know what the fuck, Latin pop, I guess. I don't know. But whatever that little Latin sound was, I like that. So I fucked with that. I fucked with everything going back with that. It was cool. They did MIA. Like they try to do different types of genres is what I'm getting at. So it's like, if they gonna keep doing that, then of course it's gonna be hits and misses here and there. And I don't know if this is just one of them things where it's like they try a different sound, or if they're trying to play it safe or like not trying to do anything too wild that people will get pushed, will like attack them for it. But I would say I don't think they even really care about that shit for real like that, because like they made Iconic by mistake with what you call it, or with Eyelid in the Seraphim. So I would assume that shit isn't really getting to them. But it's like they're humans at the end of the day, so it probably did get to them to some extent. But I don't know. Like I said, the song itself was cool. I liked how the members were at least, they gave more vocals than they did in the previous releases. Like I said, it didn't feel like much outside of just, like I said, okay, we finally got them singing. But I wish they would have been singing on a song, or at least a more interesting sounding song. I think that I might have to, like I said, I'm not gonna do like a whole dive. I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes because I do need to check out Artemis, and I gotta go take a shit. So I'm gonna try and keep all these short, upload it on YouTube. Then when I come back in here, then that's when I'll probably just do like a whole rewatch again. Then I'll start breaking shit down like I usually do, because y'all know I could break down and talk about shit. A 3-minute video could be 50 minutes if you let me. So I'm gonna try to keep it short. Like I said, first going around, it's an alright song. Maybe the more I listen to it, I'll probably like it more. Or if it is generic how I'm thinking it is now, it might just become like background music, to be honest with you. Some shit you hear walking around JC Penney or the fucking mall. Like I said, it's not bad. Could be better. I liked how we got the vocals. Laura, I didn't hear much of the other members on the vocal. I'd heard them vocally, but I meant on the hook or chorus part. I heard more Sophia and Laura than any. Well, Laura on the Alara, how the fuck you say it? Because I know people was getting me if I was saying her name, but I was hearing more of her like in the background, like the little runs or riffs or whatever the fuck you call it she was doing. I was hearing her a lot on that, and she was doing her thing on that. But I was hearing more Sophia when it came to like the hook part, like like an animal, whatever the fuck it was. I was hearing Sophia more on that, so it could be just like me not hearing it correctly, or maybe that was her being more in front on the hook part. Like I said, it was cool. I might do go back and relook at the entire video though, because there is obviously something they're trying to show. I think though, I want to say that lady I saw, and I think that's why I also was thinking it felt like gnarly in a way. Not even just because like the red dresses or the background segment, backroom segment, like behind the scenes when they was fighting and they was getting dressed and shit like that. They had a celebrity in this just like they did in Gabriella. I didn't know who the fuck that celebrity was, but she's like a big celebrity. I think the one that was an actress. I think the lady right here was the one. She was in Charlie's Angels. I can't remember. I don't even remember the fucking movie because I used to spend a lot of time with my grandma and she used to love a great grandma. She used to love watching the Charlie's Angels, the old TV show. Then she like watched some in the movies. So I feel like I've seen her in one of the movies. I don't know if it was the first or second one, but I definitely remember seeing that lady before. So I wonder. Okay, wait, that actually might be okay. This ain't the breakdown video. But I was just thinking that probably is why they was wearing those disguises and red wigs and shit like that. Cause that could be like the Charlie Angel spin. Okay, yeah, this not even like the breakdown thing. Like I did see little things. Yeah, cause they was wearing like the agent suits when they was watching themselves perform. Unless those are supposed to be the members sitting behind the glass supposed to be a representative of like the fans, people that's always watching them and that's critiquing everything, like they're businessmen, like they make executive decisions, because they were wearing the suits and ties like they were executives. They was watching them, critiquing them. Maybe there was a scene, and I keep on thinking back to like the Laura and Daniela thing, or Danielle. Shit, Danny. I keep on getting Danielle and Daniela and Danielle mixed with fucking New Jeans because it's throwing me off which one it was. But I do know that she had kissed on the fucking cheek, and I was in my head thinking, oh yeah, and they get on stage, they finish to be licking each other again. That was the only excuse. But I think that might have been, if I'm going off the Charlie's Angels thought, that might actually be a play on them wearing disguises, and they usually do like take on like male, because I think in one of the Charlie's Angels movies or shows, I think they acted like plumbers or welders or some shit. And that might have been Laura faking it. I don't know. The disguise thing, that's something I'm probably have to go like rewatch and like pick up on. But like I said, the song itself is all right. Yeah. Like I said, on the first listen, is already better than Pinky Up and fucking Internet Girl. And I guess it still is under Gabriella, not to compare, but that's just what it is. Y'all can let me know down in the comments what y'all thought about it. And I'll catch y'all in the breakdown video that I should be uploading today if I get around to it. I already feel like the Artemis one probably gonna keep me up for a little minute. So if anything, I'll just catch y'all in the next video. If not, let me know in the comments what y'all thought, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.